Hi guys, this video is all about how good can I get in 4 weeks with my left hand. So the reason why I'm doing this video is, unfortunately, I'm in a position where I've broken my wrist. So I've broken my right throwing wrist, cracked a bone, and displaced. It was not quite displaced, but it's fully cracked away from the radial styloid. So unfortunately, I did that doing something stupid on a bike and trying to have some fun. But I've realised that I probably can't do that anymore. So the bike's going to get sold, and it'd be only darts in future. But if I mess around with it, then I probably won't be playing darts properly again. So we'll be left-handed. But I want to do this video to really help anyone getting into darts, because I can't throw properly or at all probably with my right hand for probably 3 to 4 weeks. Depends how it goes. But if I keep wearing this, it might be a bit better quicker. But I can't do anything high impact, so I won't be able to sort of play golf really, or motocross or anything like that for probably a year, just for risk of impact and breaking it off totally. Which is really annoying for me, because I always like doing them things, but it's probably time to get serious about darts and park them other stuff. Unfortunately, I probably knew before, but it's one of them things. You move forward. But this video, I wanted to do this because I can't throw anything with my right hand really. Probably practice for at least sort of 3 or 4 weeks. I'm going to go crazy if I can't do anything. So for me, I thought, why don't I just try and get in that habit of really practicing properly again as I want to, and try and start left-handed. So I'm not intending to carry it on. I fully intend to go back to my right hand as soon as I can, but it obviously dictates it. So for me, that's a big part of what I'm going to try and do this video, is show you guys how it is for me with my experience of doing the 10,000 hours experiment from the beginning, and yeah, see where we can get to in say a 4-week period. So in 4 weeks, I've got the challenge tour in about sort of 3 or 4 weeks. So I mean, if I really can't throw, it's sort of a bit of a backup plan that maybe throw left-handed. It's a bit crazy, and I probably won't do that. I'll probably just try and muscle it out with a brace or something with my right hand when I go to challenge tour, because I've already paid for it. It's already ready to go. So I'm not gonna throw that away. But if I can't, worst case, I can maybe throw a, I don't know, 45 average or something or a 50 average with my left hand. But that's the target. Whether I can do that or not, I don't know. What I'm going to do in a second, I'm just going to pause this video. I'm going to have a little practice game, first to 5, and I'm going to try and see what, if I started again tomorrow and started that 10,000 hours experiment again tomorrow, how quickly could I get increase? Knowing what I know now, and coaching people, coaching professionals, and knowing what experience I have, after the challenge, I did get up to, before I broke my wrist, up to sort of 75 80 average mark. So I was a bit gutted really, because that's the best I've been playing for a while, and I was hoping to kick on from there. But it is what it is. Main thing for you is come to you guys with as many tips and a regime of what I can do in that time to really increase it. And it's, for me, it's like starting again. If people don't know, it doesn't matter what your experience in darts is, if you go from one hand to the other, where it's all muscle memory and it's linked to all the neurons in your brain, it's like starting again. So for me, like, if I hit a 30 average now, I'd be surprised. I genuinely really would. And doubles are going to take ages to come out. So it's going to be frustrating for me, because I'm going to be learning a whole new technique. And I'm going to throw a couple just so you can see how bad my throw is. To give you an idea, like, I never really practiced left-handed ever. I think I've probably only thrown a few in my life left-handed. So I'm probably worse than any of you guys are that are just starting out, because you've probably thrown for a bit and I haven't. So for me, it's going to be an interesting one to see. And if you want to see what my right-handed throw looks like, check out one of my other videos. But yeah, here we go. So this is literal first throw. It even feels weird to do it, because I don't know where to grip the dart. I'm going to try and go the same places where I normally grip the dart, which is at the back, but it just feels horrible. That just feels disgusting. Oh my God. I nearly missed the board. Oh my God, this is going to be terrible. Oh, I've actually hit one out of the board there. I want to show you how bad this guy is. This is going to be really, really difficult. I hit one out the board, one in the 9 and one in the 17s. And I'm feeling your pain. For anyone who's just started playing, and this is like your first sort of throwing and stuff, I feel your pain, because I haven't felt this in a while, this bad. So I've got to just keep going though. Do you know what I mean? I've got to try, and what I'm trying to do is relax my grip and just follow through. That's what I'm trying to do. It's not really happening very well, but oh my God, there's such a wayward one there. It's really bad. Right, I'm not going to suffer you guys with this. You can laugh at it a bit because it's I suppose it's quite funny, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. I just want to get some straight-ish darts. That was better. That was one better. Okay. That was not. Oh, it's actually hurting my. It's actually hurting my elbow because I know how hard I have to throw. Generally, I'm actually like overextending my elbow. So what I'm going to try and do is just lift up the angle so I don't throw. Take my own advice, which I've advised people before. Oh, that was too high. Okay, that's a little bit better. So, okay, so that's a little bit better. So throwing up a little bit because I'm trying to put too much power in because I know how hard I usually throw a dart, which is a lot higher than what I thought it would be. So now I'm just trying to just throw it up a little bit to take the amount of power I need out. That was so, I don't know where that's even going, to be honest. Like, it's going to take me probably, I think it's going to take me at least 2 weeks even to get maybe even to get like a 40, 45 average, I reckon. Because I can't even throw straight. So it's frustrating. Don't get me wrong, like, you know, it's going to be an interesting one to see, but for me, it is really difficult because you know how to do what you need to do, but your brain and your arm aren't linked up. So it's like I've just disconnected them and then connected them for the first time. So, but all in the aim of entertainment and to bring some help to you guys and those starting out. Hopefully it helps. And what I'll do, I'll outline in a couple of videos that I'm going to do over these next sort of 4 weeks exactly where I'm at. I'm going to do a sort of 3 dart average. So I'll do a 3 dart average and then what my checkout was. I'm going to do over the next 4 weeks. I'm going to do first of 4 games. And I'll probably do 2 games in a row to get a 3 dart average, and then I'll track it over the 4 week period. It's condensed, so I will try and do a lot of practice in that time. But obviously over that period, I'll try and pick out any things that's really helped me and any things that might help you if you're just starting out and just trying to push over that mark. And also look at what fundamentals are really key to go with. So I'm going to try and do some more videos regards to it. What I'm going to do is leave at the end of this video basically what average I've got now, so you can check on the next video what my actual scores are. But the first things I'm going to focus on, so to give you an idea, if I was starting again now, which I am with my left hand, the first thing I was focused on, I mean, for me, I would probably go with a slightly heavier dart. I'm going with 21 grams, but I would probably start with maybe 23, 24. It's an easier place to start with. I'm not going to. I'm going to throw with what I throw on my right hand. Just because I can't bother to change, and it is what it is for me. It's a bit of an experiment, see what happens. But if I really struggle, I will have to change this at 23 gram, just to give that more feeling. It's a lot easier to sort of get that speed up because you're throwing something a little bit heavier that will, once you put a little bit more effort into it, you're going to feel it more on the board. So for me, that's what I'll do. But the one thing I'm going to focus on is getting the stance right and getting a nice relaxed position. That's definitely one thing. Making sure I've got enough speed in the throw and wrist movement, so I'm actually following through slowly and actually coming through it the whole time. There's no point in me trying to speed up the throw without actually getting a nice technique and follow through. So that's one thing I probably did wrong the first time I ever did it with my right hand. So for me, I want to try and get that so it is more of a follow through throw, so it is all wrist action coming through at the end. And I'd like to be able to just get like a bit of a closer circle. So I remember a drill when I first started to basically get in as many darts as I can in the inner circle, so the one outside the 25 ball area, and then inside the treble ring. So that's for me what's going to be my first sort of target. If I can start throwing darts and never miss outside that treble ring, I've just hit one outside the board totally. So for me, that it's going to be a bit of a tall order, but I reckon after the first week, maybe I'll start to get a little bit of motion incoming in that first week. And the sort of drills I'm going to be doing, I will go through them, but the sort of drills I'm going to do, the ones that work best for me is trying to do round the clock. I won't do that first of all because I'll be nowhere near it, but trying to get around the 20. So I'll start with trying to get around 2020s. the 20 single 20s, as close as I can get to that, and even build up to like 4 or 5. That'd be really great. And then I'll be doing round the clock singles. And then once I feel a bit more confident, I'll then probably try and do some doubles. But the games should help because it's just throwing time more than anything. But building up that arm muscle, linking it together, and I know my arm's going to ache. So if for people who just start out and their arm starts to ache, I haven't had that in a long time, but I'll obviously have that. So that's something I'll keep you updated with. But yeah, this is part 1, video number 1 of the left-hander and 4-week challenge. So starting from the beginning, I feel like a novice with my left hand. Let's see how it goes. Thanks for watching.
So this is genuinely my game. It's the first game I've played, and this took a ridiculous amount of time to even finish this. So for me, it was soul destroying actually trying to hit a double. Ended up being on double 1 every time. The scoring wasn't like atrocious, like it was obviously terrible, but it wasn't like as bad as the doubles. But I think I hit like such a stupid number on doubles, as you can see. But that average, which has got crippled by that's actually a 3-dart average, believe it or not. And I realised what I'm going to do. I'm going to do instead of doing like first to 4 games, I'm going to do 5 legs. So whatever the score is after 5 legs. So this one, it was obviously 3-2, but after 5 legs, that's when I'm going to stop. So if I get first to 5, then I'll stop there. But if I don't, and this was on computer dartbot level 1. I don't think I've ever played on dartbot level 1, even when I first started my right hand. But you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? So yeah, it was really soul destroying, and it humbled me. And I remembered actually, you have to start somewhere. And yeah, I forgot how difficult it was to hit doubles without obviously a long time practicing, really. So I feel for anyone who's just starting out. It did make me think, why would anyone continue to play this if you're starting at that level? But obviously I did once upon a time. So for me, if you're there, this is probably the most or probably the worst average that anyone's ever posted, I would say, of practice. But it is my first ever game played in any dart sense with my left hand. So it is like I'm a brand new player, brand new left-handed player with, yeah, I think it's something like under 20 average. I think it was like 12 average or something, 3 darts. But obviously a big part of that was doubles. I think I missed something like 180 or 200 doubles, which is a ridiculous amount. But it was just really frustrating when you're trying to go for double 1 and I'm just missing outside the board. I have no range, that sort of range of where you're aiming at. You don't have any adjustment. There's no confidence in the throw. So I would definitely recommend, if someone's starting out, don't play 501 first of all. Build up your confidence in getting straight darts first, and maybe focus on getting the bullseye and stuff like that. Don't go straight into a 501 because you'll have so many holes in the wall. And this is me trying like 100% to get it like just near, just like on the outside of the double. And I just couldn't manage it. So for me, it was very bad. But obviously that's 2 hours completed so far. So 2 hours of practice. Hopefully I'm better tomorrow. I'm going to give it another go and see what I can do. But yeah, 2 hours down. And at the moment I'll probably do the averages at the end of the week and stuff to give it an idea. But I can see doubles are going to cripple me. So hopefully it's a quick curve. But at the moment, even a 45 average seems like a million miles away. I've got to get them doubles firing. So that's the first video. Day 1, 2 hours completed, and yeah, like a 12 3-dart average. So onwards and upwards. Can only get better from here. I hope. We can't be hitting too hard. You know, if you went to a local tournament, you just wouldn't be able to play. You just get kicked out. So again, another piece of advice which I've never given anyone: don't go to a local tournament or play against people until you've at least been throwing, maybe a week or so. Don't just go straight into it, because it's going to be soul destroying, and you are going to look a little bit silly throwing like a 12 average. I know I'm doing it for entertainment purposes and a test, but it's not practical to play a game for that amount of time if you're just never going to take out a double. So yeah, onwards and upwards, and we'll see what next few days bring.